Well, certainly we're in a financial and economic downturn for the agricultural sector at the current time, with USDA suggesting somewhere around a 38% reduction in income for farmers this year compared to last year, and that's almost over 50% lower than it was 2 years ago. So the issue is, what do we do about that? And there's kind of two critical things that we focus on in the discussion in our piece, and that is this question of how you need to worry a lot about managing your working capital and the working capital burn rate. And so we need to make sure we calculate the working capital, figure out what the working capital is. Working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. And it's really important that's the first line of defense against financial stress, and it's really important to maintain that working capital position as strongly as you possibly can. And so we talk about how we manage the working capital position, how we make sure we don't spend too much on machinery and equipment, and particularly too much cash, and burn our working capital up. It's a really, really important calculation to make. And then we talk about how you work with your lender. And some of the challenges we have in this business climate are that our lender and borrower may have a little bit different viewpoint of the world. And so we need to have a really honest conversation with that lender about how we're going to manage the liquidity of the business, how we're going to manage the cash of the business, how we're going to pull, that we know our costs, and how we're going to pull down our cost structure. And kind of the bottom line there is lenders don't like surprises. And so we really need to work hard at being as transparent with our lender as possible, and making sure that we have honest conversations about any of the challenges we have in terms of servicing that debt this year. There will be opportunities in the long run, and so we're not negative about the long-term future of agriculture, but we're in a bump in the road, and we need to make sure we're financially positioned to be able to make sure we're not roadkill in this process. So that's the focal point of what we talk about in our piece.